Good evening, everyone. This is Velani from Narara Consulting, and we have
Chris from Bradford Consulting. Hi, everyone.
we are brought to you live through Espresso, and this is Ask the Coach session with myself and Chris. And we've been going through quite a lot of topics that if any of you businesses or just people listening to us and viewing, following us on what we were talking about, we were touching mainly on things that we have to do in order to get ourselves prepared towards the borders opening. And we are now 3 weeks away.
3 weeks, yeah.
We're 3 weeks away from borders opening.
Yeah. So really, people have to get ready, prepared. Yeah. So have you had a good week?
Yes, I had a good week so far. It's been busy. June is a very busy month. And as we see around, a lot of people, a lot of places are getting prepared. A lot of people are on to, people are looking forward for borders are opening. And I see a lot of changes around, and it's getting people busy.
What sort of changes?
I'm seeing businesses, I've been to Breakers, and I've seen them, changing a lot of things that they've been doing in the past, and yes, a lot of things are looking to me as positively. People are acting positively towards.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So last week we had the free coaching day.
Right.
Up at Umi Work, yeah? And that must have been, 25, 30 businesses. And it was interesting because there's quite a positive atmosphere, yeah? I'll just say a little bit about it.
Yep.
So it was a really good day. A couple of people I think to thank. We had Adrian there from the Chamber of Commerce. So I think if anyone doesn't go and talk to the Chamber of Commerce about business issues, they should. Yeah? And he was very much focusing on what people need to do at the beginning and all the standard operating procedures around COVID. But if anyone's got any queries on things like business registration, he was there all day and it was great.
Nice.
So a big thank you to the Chamber for that. And then we had Emma from VLab looking after everybody. So lots of people came and were interviewed by Espresso. Two people I thought particularly, everyone was interesting, but these are two guys from the university.
Right.
They're graduates. They're unemployed, or one of them's unemployed, and they're starting an agency for unemployed graduates to try and make a link with employers. Isn't that interesting, yeah?
Right.
So 2 or 3 days after the free day, they held a meeting at VLab for unemployed graduates, and they had nearly 80.
Wow, that's interesting.
So there's a message for employers, and if any employers are watching, listening to us, they should contact us, because there's 80 people in the room, all of whom have done degrees, quite a few in the tourism area, but a whole range of things, yeah. So isn't that, we hear a lot about labour force leaving the country, but I just thought fascinating really. And these guys are going to set up this agency because they want to encourage graduates not just into business, but into jobs, but to think about business for themselves.
That's a really interesting news because, like you said, a lot of business houses have been complaining about the workforce. People are running away, and to have 80 newly graduates waiting to be employed, that's a really good way forward.
And I think that was only from 1 or 2 institutions. I think they've still got others to go and talk to. So it suggests, and I would think maybe 3/4 of the people there were women.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what it suggests is that there are people around with skills and understanding, yeah?
Right,
and maybe employers have got to they might have to develop them a little bit.
Okay. So how did the coaching go? The coaching open day. Do you see a lot of new faces?
Yeah, yeah, a mixture really. Yeah, we see similar faces and new faces. A lot of people have got, so this would be in your area, a lot of people do need financial support.
Right.
I think they do. There's no doubt that a lot of people feel that they don't keep their books very well. They don't really know what's happening to the money, which is, we know that's the case, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that anything that you can do through Finance Nakama to support that. So I think there were a number of people in that situation.
Right. So on that, let me just talk a little about the Finance Nakama
Yeah.
that we're offering. So we have this program through VLab, and it's supported or sponsored by Business Link Pacific, and it's called the Finance Nakama. It's a program that's mainly targeted towards financial management and bookkeeping and accounting for small businesses. And there's 3 parts to the program. We have just started rolling out the second program, which is the zero training. We're training businesses that already have a knowledge on accounting, a basic knowledge on accounting and bookkeeping. We're getting them to 0 in preparation of the borders opening as part of what we're marketing right now. And unfortunately, it only accommodates 12 seats.
Right.
And we've had 14 people registered to the program, and there's a whole demand of more people wanting to come, but at the moment we can only cater for that. So this program of Finance Nakama is, like I said, is split into 3 parts, and the first one I think is one that most businesses would be really interested in, is the basics of bookkeeping. How to get your books in order. If you have got no idea at all of how to manage your books, it starts with that. So it starts with the basic bookkeeping, and then it goes on to the second program, which is the 0, which is running now, and then the third program, which is access to finance. So you get to learn about how to know which products you can access in terms of banking and microfinancing, or how to, do your proposal writing and write for funding or stuff like that.
Right.
And building your confidence so that you can pitch to investors or donors.
Okay.
So that's the third part of the program. So I'm just saying this so that if you are a small business that are listening, and if you are interested in any of the programs, you can always reach out to us through VLab, and we can collect names and see which programs that we can run for people that are interested.
Good.
So, yes.
I mean, it's a crucial area, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is.
And I mean, all businesses are in business to make money. Now, I mean, some people might be making money to do something else with it, but nevertheless, that's one of the reasons they're in business. Yeah. And it's going to be too late once the borders open and they get too busy
Exactly.
to get this sorted.
Yes. So we have 3 weeks away, which is it's
Not very long.
not very long. And
But they can talk to you directly as well, can't they?
yes,
In terms of their own business,
Yes.
yes?
yes. There's this. We've mentioned about the bread COVID support from the government. This.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So that people are still applying for that, and if you still need assistance on getting your cash flow projections and whatnot for your finances, you can always reach out.
And there was a rollout recently, wasn't there, for tourism businesses?
Yes,
Yeah.
that one too.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I just think that anyone who's watching us, this is a really, really important area. Yeah? And if you don't know where the money's going, you really don't know how much you're making, whether you're using your resources well or not. Yeah?
True.
And you could easily be wasting a lot of time and effort. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
You know, and people really do need to know how things are working for them financially,
Exactly.
don't they? Yeah.
I describe it as a bucket of water.
Okay.
You have a big bucket of water that has little holes on the bottom and on the sides. You know when the water's coming in, but you're looking at it from where the water's coming in, but you can't see where the water's going out if
Right.
you don't have you don't have proper financial management. If you don't know where your spending is going, it's not just for business. It's also if you can manage yourself personally, then you can build outwards and move to your business.
Absolutely.
As well.
And people do need to have separate accounts. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, not just mix all the money up together.
True.
So money is really important. Yeah. The other thing it feels to me with 3 weeks to go is people need to really, if they're not doing it already, they need to be really getting their passion back, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we have seen that. We've seen some positive things. Yes. People are going to have to keep doing it. Yeah, and we want good news stories.
Yeah, so I was just at a coaching session with one of the ladies today, and it was really she was really passionate about her business, and despite the challenges that COVID is pressuring on everyone else,
good.
She's excelling and making new businesses. So it's very. I feel inspired, and I feel really motivated when I talk to people who are, keeping a positive mind about things.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because if you feel like that, then so will her customers.
True.
Yeah?
True.
And the customers will then want to spend more money with her, and they will go and tell other people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been a long time, hasn't it? It's been a long time of uncertainty. So you can understand that it's going to be a little bit challenging for some people.
Right.
But I think it's really about re-inspiring ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
And certainly the attitude at the coaching day was, on the whole, I thought very positive. That people want to.
Great.
They're looking forward to trying to do something.
Nice. That's really encouraging.
It is encouraging, and I think we need to be supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? I do think we need to be thinking quite seriously about what it is we're selling.
Right. Our products.
Yes. Well, products and services. Yeah. I mean, are we doing the same? I mean, what I noticed talking to people recently as a coach is that people are being prepared to change a little bit what they're doing. Yeah, they are recognizing that the world has changed a bit. Yeah? Maybe people's attitudes have changed. Maybe people have got less money at the moment. Yeah?
Yes.
So it is, I think, making people think a little bit seriously about what it is they're selling, and can they be selling the right things at the moment. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Like we said, our customer needs it. We've gone through this COVID, and a lot of people we're going through inflation, and we're going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That businesses have to be smart in doing selling the right products, because it's not about our customers, it's also about the business as well. If we invest a lot on a product that won't sell, we're making
it's wasted money, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to be very smart in choosing what our products and services are, and how we can communicate with our clients as well.
We do. And I think we have to show that we really are thinking about our customers, yeah?
Right.
Because let's face it, no customers and there's no business.
Right.
Because they're the only people who bring in the money.
True.
Isn't it? And I do think there are probably people around who have just been quiet for 2 years, and now they're carrying on doing the same thing they were doing 2 years ago. But my guess is that they are not the businesses that are going to be making the biggest money. I think the ones that will make the best profits will be the ones that have really thought through what they're doing now.
Definitely.
Don't you think? Especially in the tourism area, huh? Yeah, maybe they've got the ones who are actually changing what they're offering.
Right.
That's much more exciting than just doing the same old thing all the time. So there we go. So next time we come back, we'll have 2 weeks to go.
Next time is just 2 weeks away. It's scary, but we're getting there. It's a dream for some, and it's also a scary situation for some.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I think networking, supporting each other. I mean, what I thought was quite nice about the coaching day is people were talking to each other. Weren't just talking to us as coaches.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so they're networking. And UmiWork is such a great place to network. If a lot of businesses, small businesses, have not been up there, but it is such a nice place to get up there and network with other people, meet other business people, and so they also do events, networking sometimes, where it's always good for business people to go together and network.
I think so. I mean, especially small businesses. I mean, we need each other. We do need each other. And let's face it, we'll end up doing business together. That's the other issue. Yeah, because we're all customers as well. Good.
Great. So thank you, Chris. This conversation is interesting, and I'm sure we'll talk more on the next episode. I have one last announcement.
Go on.
It's for those of us who are doing small businesses and you have a business license. There will be an AGM, Annual General Meeting, for Vanuatu Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and it's coming up on the 21st of June. And please follow their page so you can, or check the information on their page. If you're a business license holder, you automatically become a member of Chamber of Commerce, and you can nominate yourself or nominate somebody to represent you in your sector in the council.
Okay.
So it will be on the 21st of June.
But presumably there's also an opportunity for some networking. Yeah?
Right.
Cool. Good one. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and we hope this session is helpful to you who are watching, and we'll catch you again on Thursday next week. Chris's contact is running on the screen below. You can contact him.
Particularly on the general side, and people can contact you around money.
Money.
Don't leave it too late, please.
We're 3 weeks away. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for letting me.